What's up everybody, Swillow here, and today I'm going to be providing you a little game overview and mini review of Kill la Kill If, the upcoming arena fighting game. So I want to talk about the modes first, then we'll go into the actual gameplay, and then at the end I'm going to give sort of my opinions on this game, and I'm going to give opinions from two important perspectives I feel. One perspective will be if you're just looking for a Kill la Kill video game. So I know there's some people that are going to want to play this game because it's Kill la Kill. Is this going to be like a good game because you want to play a Kill la Kill video game? Then I also want to talk about it from the perspective of what it actually is, which is an arena fighter. So I'm going to give those two perspectives because I know there's two people that are going to come for these reasons. One, either because it's Kill la Kill or because it's arena fighter. And of course there will be people that come because it's both. But I want to hit those two extremes to really let you know if this is going to be the kind of game for you. So first off, we are on the main menu. We have our modes. Let's talk about these modes. We have story mode. Story mode is really, I don't know. And when you play a fighting game, I feel like you don't play it for the story mode. At least not like as the main whole experience. So story mode in this game is very straightforward for a fighting game. I feel, especially like an anime style fighting game. You're gonna get an assortment of cutscenes mixed in with battles. And the story mode ends up being about 3 hours, with the cutscenes about 30 minutes if you just skip and like rush through all the battles. But it's also important to note that there are some kind of unique things in the story mode. Story wise, it's not just like 100% retelling of the anime. There's like some sort of exclusive things here, so that's always a cool touch. So it's not like just stuff you already know if you've already watched the anime. And also important to note is that you have to play story mode. When you start the game, everything is locked. All the modes, training, everything is locked until you start playing story mode. And as you complete chapters, you'll unlock certain things. So you don't have to finish story mode entirely, but you do have to play a good amount of it to start like unlocking things. And you will have to fully beat it anyways if you just want to unlock everything. So be prepared for that. I know a lot of people might want to turn on a game like this and jump straight into training mode or versus mode and stuff like that, and you're not going to be able to do that. You're going to have to sit down and like indulge in a story in some way. So that's definitely something you have to be aware of. Next up we have versus mode. Versus mode is going to be your standard assortment of like just regular versus matches, playing against computer or playing against a friend locally. You have player matches, which is online, where you can set up a lobby or join someone else's lobby and fight. Then you have ranked match, similar to online, except now you're being ranked and there's leaderboards with replays. And what's cool in ranked match, which is something we do see in a lot of traditional fighters these days, but not so much in an arena fighter, is that while you're searching for a ranked match, you can be doing training modes, so you can be practicing while you're waiting for a ranked match, which is pretty cool. Next up we have the practice menu. Within the practice menu you have your standard modes like training, so you can practice your combos and stuff like that. You have tutorial, straightforward, covers challenge, which is kind of like a unique thing to this game. If you've seen the anime where you're just going to fight a bunch of covers and try to get a quick time. You have survival, which is standard survival from a fighting game where you're going to fight enemies and try to like beat as many enemies as you can. Pretty standard stuff. Next up we have gallery. Gallery is just going to let you look at the game assets.
Gallery mode.
You're going to have like your voice clip, sound mode, standard stuff. You can collect figures like of the character models in this game. You have your replay lists from playing online. You have the anime cutscenes from the story mode, sound test, voice clips. Pretty standard stuff. So all the modes are shown. Let's jump right into some gameplay. So let's get into gameplay. Let's go to training mode. Let's just pick our character. I want to talk about the roster real quick. This right here is the full roster, and I know some people might be like, well, this is kind of a small roster for a fighting game, and it's true.
Light fiber synchronize! Cowboy
There's some planned DLC
Cowboy
coming after the game releases, but also I want to make note that, let's say if you compare this being an arena fighting game, if you compare it to say like another arena fighting game like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm is a good example. Like in Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, the characters are different and you do have to learn things about them to get the most out of them, but they all kind of play fundamentally the same. Like on a casual level, you can definitely just play every character the same and get away with it. In a game like this, the characters are super unique.
Let's get this over with.
All the characters play so different that if you try to apply the same strategy you use for one character to another, it's just really not going to work. It's maybe if you're playing at the most absolute casual level, but like if you even want to get remotely anything of value out of these characters, you really have to invest in the character, practice with them, and learn their unique quirks, because each character plays super different. It's really cool, actually.
Let's get this over with.
It's not something you're used to seeing in a game like arena style fighters, but that helps alleviate the small roster and knowing that all of the characters are very different from each other. So you have that to look forward. Mastering each character will definitely take a bit of time and application. So here we are in training mode. Let's just kind of talk about the controls real quick and kind of like general gameplay mechanics. So X is going to be your jump. If you double tap X, you're going to get like an air dash. And you can also jump and do like an air dash. You can press R1. This is PlayStation 4 control, of course. So you can jump and kind of like press R1 to air dash certain directions. And then also on the ground, if you hold R1, you're going to get blocked, and you can press the direction to sidestep. You have a super dash. If you hold R1 and you press X, you have a super dash, which is going to automatically home in on the enemy. And then once you get in there, you can just start attacking them. Square is going to be your short range button. It's going to give you an assortment of short range combos. So you have like a neutral combo where you don't hold the stick any direction. You have an up combo. Oh, also I want to show you the first hit of each string is important. So if you hold up and if you press square, you're going to get anti-air. This is going to actually anti-air aerial approaches. And almost feels like a DP in some cases. Like it can actually go through some stuff. But it's mostly just an anti-air. If you hold side, you're going to get like a more tracking side horizontal attack, which tends to beat or track side steps and side movement. And then if you just do your neutral button, you're going to get like a fast, straightforward attack that's going to just get you straight into combos right away. So keep that in mind. You have those different attack starters, and then once you have, if you continue holding directions while attacking, you know, like if you hold up, you get like an aerial launcher like that. If you hold sideways, you're going to get like a special finisher that tends to give you a lot of meter. You can't really see that because I have full meter right now. Let me just lower my meter real quick so you can kind of see. So these side finishers tend to give a whole lot of meter. These are good when you don't have much meter. And then the neutral finish is like a pretty straightforward one. Also in the air, you're going to have like a air string. And then while you're sidestepping, you do actually have special attacks in that as well. So you can dash for a dash attack. If you have to be stepping forward or backward. If you step sideways, you're just going to get like a regular attack. But if you step forward or backward, you get a special dash attack. Okay, so next up we have triangle. That's going to be your long range attack button. So depending on what character you're playing, obviously it's going to be very different. You can like chain. You can even go into normal attacks. So you can do like a long range attack into like a short range attack to kind of close the gap and follow up. So pretty straightforward stuff. Also, most long range attacks can be charged. So you can hold the button to charge it and get like change attack properties. So that's like uncharged and that's charged. And then sometimes, in some cases, you can, as you can see, you can kind of sidestep out of the charge. To kind of like feint your enemy. After a certain point, it won't let you, but you can initially kind of like feint out of it if you see your opponents doing something. Next up, we have break attacks. Break attacks are guard break attacks. So when your opponent's guarding, you just use these to break through their guard. Depending on when you use them, you're going to get different effects. So if you use them in the middle of a string, they tend to have different properties from if you use them in neutral. Now Ryuko, for the example, she's it's kind of hard. Like, it also changes if your opponent's guarding as well. Kind of hard to show that right now, but that's an air break attack, and this is that's like a ground break attack. And you can also sidestep out of these, which is going to become like mind games at higher level play. When people see the break attack sparkles, they're going to want to react to them and try to dodge them, so you can kind of cancel to catch their dodge, which is pretty cool. That's going to be like some more deeper, complex stuff when people start getting really good at the game. You also have dash versions of the long range attack and the break attack. And that's like the general attack controls. After that, we have holding L1 is going to give you special attacks. So let me fill my meter back up and we'll go over special attacks. So L1 square is going to give you your close range attack. Pretty straightforward. Typically good for damage. L1 plus triangle is going to give you long range attacks. Long range attacks for most characters do tend to be good for combo extensions, but like I said, all the characters play super different in this game, so it's not always that straightforward. And then you have your L1 plus circle for break attacks. Break attacks, as expected, they will break guard. So keep that in mind. They usually tend to have like a really different property for each character. Some of them tend to be really slow or really setup oriented. So definitely learn how those work, and you can also apply those into your mix-up pressure. Next, we have Bloody Veiler. This is kind of like an interesting mechanic, almost controversial in some ways. It's like a rock, paper, scissors mechanic. So when you have at least 50 meter and you're either attacking the enemy or you're in neutral state like right now, and you press L1 plus R1, you're going to activate Bloody Veiler. And it's going to give you this kind of rock, paper, scissors mode that gives you different perks. So here I'm just going to choose something.
What's wrong? Is that all you got? You're all talk and no action.
And when you win, you get a Veiler up. Now these Veiler levels, let me just kind of, well, I guess I have to finish this before I can pause.
Shut your hole!
But let me just kind of get through this real quick. Of course, the enemy's not going to retaliate right now since I'm in training mode.
Let's end this now!
But I'm basically going to get full Veiler boost right away. No problem. Veiler 3 is the max. And once you get to Veiler level 3, you're going to get like crazy perks and you're going to get access to your instant kill. So let's go into command list and we can kind of look at, if you see right here, you have the Veiler enhancement, and you can see at Veiler level 1, increased speed, combo route from ground, close range, vertical attack 1 changes, increased damage for decapitation mode attacks. Veiler level 2, special break attacks powered up to super attacks. Veiler level 3, entered overpowered state, and you gain access to your instant kill. So there is a lot of perks to this, but you have to be winning the rock, paper, scissors to get access to these perks. So this is kind of like the double-edged sword, and it, like I said, it costs 50 meters. So some people are going to be like, I would rather keep my meter to use actual guaranteed special attacks. Maybe some people are going to want to gamble on Bloody Veiler. So this is definitely going to be like an interesting controversy, I guess, for some people. I've definitely played along a lot. I played online a lot, and some people focus on Bloody Veiler a lot, and some people just never use it. It also kind of depends on the character. Some characters need it more than others. Some characters get like really amazing perks that help them out a lot. Some other characters, like let's say Ryuko that I'm playing as right now, she gets really nice perks, but I don't feel like you need them. I feel like she functions fine without them. You know, she gets a lot faster. She even gets like this super fast dash and stuff too, if you get this, which is pretty cool. But I feel like she doesn't need them as much as maybe some other characters need them, like where they can really like amp their gameplay up a lot. So there's that. And then of course, if I do L1 R1 with full meter after I'm in Bloody Veiler 3, I can do an instant kill. So instant kills, as you would expect, they instantly kill. But of course, you have to get the Bloody Veiler 3 and have 1 to 100 meter. But if you do that, I mean, in some cases, if you can get into Bloody Baylor 3 really fast early in a match, you can end a match so fast. So it is kind of a strategy to just get the Bloody Baylor 3 and in a match fast. Combos in this game tend to be they can be really hardcore. So let me just talk about like different properties in combos.
Why won't you fight?
Different things you can do in combos is there's sidestep cancels, there's jump cancels, stuff like that. There's crumple states. So like, let me show you. On this tab, you get a crumple state. That's like a way to get a combo extension. They have wall splats.
Right there.
So certain attacks have wall splat properties. As you see there, once they wall splat, you can kind of run up and follow up.
Not done yet.
You also have some supers that kind of have, or you have some moves that kind of have delayed properties that allow you to follow up after them because you can move and chase them and stuff like that.
Come on, let's get this over
So
with.
it kind of depends on the character, of course. Each character, like I said, they play different. They have different combo emphasis. They have different like cancels and stuff. Some characters can jump cancel. Some characters can sidestep cancel. Stuff like that. So you kind of have to learn each character's combo structure and just roll with it. Okay, so we have. Let me show another mechanic that exists, which is bursts. You have to be getting hit for this to work. Let me see if I can get the enemy to just hit me.
Let's get this over with.
So if you press L1 R1 while being hit, you're gonna burst, and burst lets you escape combos. But once you use burst, you're gonna be locked out of meter gain for quite a while, like an upwards of like around sorry, an upwards of 10 seconds, and I don't know the exact number. It's like 10 or more seconds. It's a pretty hefty amount of time, and if you get caught after bursting, your opponent can put you in a massive combo since you're not going to be gaining meter for quite a while. The only exception to that is if you have 100% meter and you just use your second burst right away, which will probably not a good idea, but sometimes you might have to avoid getting put in a massive combo if you get hit right away after bursting. And I'd say that's pretty much it gameplay mechanic wise. Trying to just make sure I kind of went over everything. I highly suggest just watching my actual gameplay videos. I don't want to sit here and talk too much about gameplay stuff because I want to just get straight to like the meat of the review and talking about my opinion on this game. But yeah, that's about it. Definitely ask any questions you have, or watch other gameplay videos I put up to just see like the gameplay in action. But that's kind of the gist of how all the controls and stuff work. And so let's just kind of talk about this game now. So I was saying I want to talk about the fan service aspect. So if you're buying this game because it's a kill game, yes, it is a great fan service product. Like all the fan service is on point. If you watch anime, you're gonna catch all the references, the attention to detail, and stuff like that. However, if you're not so much a fighting game fan, you may not have a lot here to keep you invested. This game is like very brief in content, and you're going to get most of your replay value from playing online or locally with friends afterwards. That's like the meat of the game, I feel. So if you buy this game because you just want to play a kill video game, keep that in mind. You're definitely going to have a good time, but there's not like any like big single player modes to invest in and stuff like that. And if you're not like a huge fighting game fan that wants to actually like practice and get good and learn all the stuff, then that's definitely going to leave you in a situation where you may feel like you're not getting as much value as you want from this game. But the fan service that does exist is on point. It's amazing. I watched the anime just to like really, because I had not fully seen the anime before I played this game, but I definitely watched the anime just to make sure that I could appreciate the fan service here, and it's definitely on point. So if you're an arena fighting game fan, this is the game. This is it. This is the game. And if you're a Kill fan as well, it's the holy grail. This game is wow. So I want to go over the main reasons why. One, like I said, each of the characters play super different, which is cool. I want to talk about the game mechanics. This is where the game really just sets itself up for greatness. If you play a lot of arena fighters, they tend to have like really wild, janky mechanics, almost, you could say, that just like allow players to just play like really spazzy at times, really mashy and spazzy. And I'm not saying you can't get away with that in this game at first, but there's so much like technical depth to this game that it really rewards. It rewards the player who learns and invests and really plays methodically. And especially with things like bursts, for instance, you can burst out of combos, but if you burst, you're going to be locked out of meter for a long time, compared to some other games where you can like escape combos like very frequently. And it just kind of like gets into like this sort of hit and run kind of experience. In this game, like, it's a big commitment to escape a combo and stuff like that. Spacing's important because of wall splats and different properties for extending combos. All that stuff becomes super important. That makes this game just a much more wholesome and like thought out experience compared to most other arena fighters. And I still love other arena fighters, but I really like that this game actually feels like genuinely bound. Like, it feels like they definitely made this game in a way that, you know, people can really invest in this game competitively and have a great time. And the mechanics are very sound. Also, the online, the net code in this game is, wow, it's mind-blowing. Every time I play a match online, it's just like, it blows my mind. Even if you play on Wi-Fi, even if you play people in different countries, the matches are just silky smooth. I've had maybe like 2 matches that just didn't feel right, but they were still playable. Like, they were like, if you compare it to other games would consider that a good match. This game's bad matches can be other games' good matches, and this game's good matches are something I've never seen in a fighting game, or even more specifically an arena fighting game before. It's amazing. So the online in this game is there. I don't know what they did, but they got it. The netcode is amazing. So definitely enjoy the online. You're going to enjoy the online. It's so great. Man, I can't get over it. I really get bothered when the netcode in a fighting game just isn't right, but this game does it right. So between a great game mechanics, wildly different characters, and amazing netcode, this right here is the game to be playing if you're an arena fighting game fan. I promise you that. Even if you're not, even just fighting game fan in general, like, this game definitely has like enough like technical finesse that if you like fighting games, this is gonna be a good game for you. And you know, it really caught me off guard when I played this game, because I was watching the pre-release footage and I always felt like there wasn't, like, nothing really gripped me. I was like, all right, it's probably gonna be a fun game, but they haven't shown me any footage that really like caught my eye yet. But when I like played this game, when I started playing it, I'm like, whoa, this is like a real, this game's like the real deal. They didn't play around with this game at all. They really, there's a lot of detail, there's a lot of love and care put into it. Netcode's amazing, characters are amazing, everything just works so well. So I gotta say it again, if you are an arena fighting game fan, this is the game to play. Literally the game to play. There's not one single game I would recommend in this subgenre of fighting games more than this, because this game is definitely doing all the things that you want a game to do. And I'm very happy to be able to say that. So that's pretty much it for this overview and review. Definitely leave a comment if you have any questions. I will be uploading various content as I've been doing, and I do look forward to playing with all of you guys. I will definitely be streaming, like, just online sessions, so pick the game up and play with me. I love this game. I'm definitely going to be playing this game for a while. Going to be enjoying the online, and I hope you all check it out too. If you have any questions, just leave a comment. Peace, everyone.